The heart of your team. San Diego. Valley Sports San Diego. The heart of the fan.
No, Joe almost had another one last night. He had it going all night before Colton Wong broke it up. But in the end, a win, and Joe Musgrove is now 6-0 as the Padres secured Game 2 of the series. We played day baseball today from Milwaukee. Good day for a catch. It's Game 3 of 4 between the San Diego Padres and the Milwaukee Brewers. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball. Well, Joe Musgrove, some drama here last night in Milwaukee. Today, the Padres go with Mackenzie Gore coming off another very good outing.
What a great combination. We saw the veteran right-hander last night. Now the rookie left-hander for the Padres, Mackenzie Gore. Last start against the Buccos, 7 innings, only 2 hits. And he can go all over the zone, up, down, in, and out among National League starters for rookies that have made at least 5 starts. He's first in ERA with 1.71. His whip, his strikeouts per 9 are up there, but he's got a really good idea. I see Mackenzie Gore competing with himself. He's taking that baseball and going out there and saying, I'm going to get the job done, not worrying about what has happened in the past, and the numbers are reflecting a great season for the young left-hander.
Padres and Brewers have split the first 2. One thing's for sure, Manny Machado has been great, not only offensively, but defensively.
And we get to see him each and every day, don't we, Donnie? He is certainly a highlight film. Manny Machado, both sides of the baseball, taking away extra bases and a run, checking the runner and throwing accurately. You got to catch the ball, you got to grip the ball, and then throw accurately. He does everything so well. Against the Brewers last night, 1 for 4 with the home run. Went out and got the breaking ball, drove in 3 with 2 runs, and then what happens after the home run? Everybody gets into the act, you pose for the Polaroid. That means you did well that night. Hopefully it carries over today.
Coming up, last night lost and all the no-hitter drama was the Padres offense getting to the reigning Cy Young Award winner Corbin Burns. Bob Scanlon will break it down next on Valley Sports San Diego. It's Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, official partner of the San Diego Padres. By Palomar Health, named World's Best Hospital by Newsweek 3 years in a row. Palomar Health is reimagining the entire patient experience. By Circa Resort and Casino. And by Templeton Rye. Go to TempletonRyeHomeRunChallenge.com to enter the $1 million Home Run Challenge. Padres and Brewers, Game 3 of the series. Before we get it started, let's send it down to Bob Scanlon.
Don, thank you so much. As much fun as it was last night to ride the Joe Musgrove near no-hitter train into the 8th inning, it's understandable there was some other beautiful scenery along the journey that was overlooked. But what the Padres offense did last night was just as important, if not more so, to the long-term success of this ball club as Joe's pursuit of history. It was one of the best offensive performances of the season, and although the 7 runs they scored weren't the most all season long, it was who they did it against and the way they did it that was so impressive. They did it against the defending Cy Young winner Corbin Burns, and Luke Voigt got it going in the first inning. A 2-out double that would score Manny Machado, who had reached base on a walk at 1-0 Padres. Then the second, Trent Grisham, his first of 2 doubles on the night to get things going. He would end up scoring when Jurickson Profar would later come up and drive him in. 2-0 Padres. Later on, a couple innings later, Manny Machado would chime in with a 3-run home run to make it 5-0. That was the body blow. All said and done, it's a 13-hit night for the Friars, filled with extra base hits. This is exactly the offense that Bob Boblin wants to see more of moving forward. Well, it's the Southpaw studs going tonight. Mackenzie Gore, Aaron Ashby, Padres, Brewers. First pitch coming up next right here on Padres.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. A 2-out RBI double for Luke Voigt. Manny Machado takes it out of the yard. That's the Padres and the Milwaukee Brewers, and the roof is closed for the first time in this series. As we check out the weather report brought to you by HES Solar, 66 degrees, 12 miles per hour. The wind is from the south-southwest. And cloudy was the forecast. There was some rain this morning, and I guess the decision was made this morning as to whether or not to open up the roof, and they're going to keep it closed. So game 3 will have a closed roof as we check out the Padres starting lineup, brought to you by Mozzie Heating, Air, and Solar. Jurickson Profire's in left field with Jake Cronenworth at first base. Manny Machado is at third base. Luke Voigt is the DH and in the cleanup spot with Jorge Alfaro doing the catching. Ha-Sung Kim at shortstop. Jose Azocar in right field with Trent Grisham in center. And Sergio Alcantara is at second base. He bats out of the 9 spot for the Padres. The Padres facing Aaron Ashby for the second time in a little over a week as he's on the hill, his 6th start for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff too, Don. 24 years old at American Family Field for his career. Is 2-1 with a nice 3.22 ERA. This year, though, no runs giving up air at American Family Field. That's 3 games, 7 1/3 innings for the left-hander. It's his 11th appearance. We've got 2 young lefties coming up.
First pitch swung on a miss by Jurickson Profar. I'm Don Orsillo, along with Mark Grant. Padres baseball.
Good to be alongside you, Donnie.
Game 3. 236, 6 homers, 25 runs batted in for Profar. Sends this one foul to the screen. Yeah, I'm with you. I think the roof should be open.
Yeah, it gives you that good outdoor feel. I'm sure they have their reasons. Maybe they know that something is in the area that might be a threat as far as rain is concerned.
My understanding is if you start the game with the roof closed, you have to keep it closed the entire game. So it's not likely to change, I guess. But it definitely has a much different feel with it closed.
Yeah. The panels are open though, right?
I can't tell.
In left center and right center field.
Yeah, it looks like they are, because the flag in right center is blown around.
Yeah. So that kind of gives you an outdoor feel.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a canopy effect.
There you go.
1-2 pitch to Profar. Swung on a miss, and he strikes out. That was nasty. 1 down here in the first. Now defensively for the Brewers today, left to right across the outfield, a little different look. Andrew McCutcheon's in left, Lorenzo Cain in center, and Tyrone Taylor in right. Third to first, Jace Peterson at third. Pablo Reyes, Colton Wong's at second, Rowdy Tellez at first base, and it is Alex Jackson doing the catching today for Aaron Ashby. Struck out. Jurickson Profar, as you see McCutcheon in left field today. And getting a little banged up on a diving play that actually had him leave the game last night was Christian Yelich. And not in the lineup today for Craig Counsell. So it is McCutcheon in left. And a strike to Jake Cronenworth.
A lot of guys banged up for the Brewers. Not only position players. We saw Arias come out of the game with that right thumb bruise.
They are all banged up. 2 guys missing from the rotation. But similar to the Padres, they're pretty deep as far as the rotation goes. There's Urias. Mentioned the thumb discomfort that he had to leave the game last night, and not placed on the IL yet, so available. That's strike 3. Jake Newitt takes with him the second strikeout for Ashby. He is pretty nasty. 2 down.
He most certainly is.
Let's take a look at StatCast, powered by Google Cloud.
Oh, we just saw a fastball freeze Jake Cronenworth, and this season, here's the arsenal. Notice how everything's pretty much in the zone consistently. That tells you got good stuff. Location and movement. The slider, the sinker, the changeup, and then the other 2 curveballs, 4-seamer. What has been hit the most? The slider at 264. Doesn't mean you won't throw it. It's all about locating.
2 down here in the first inning. And Manny Machado homered in last night's game. A 3-run shot. Now a line drive in the left hand, the left field corner. McCutcheon digs it out, but not before Manny Machado stands at second base with a 2-out double. Up there, swing to the first pitch and doubles.
Oh man, he loves the first pitch, doesn't he? First pitch this season, 457 average. That will go up. Along with that average, he's got 1 home run. He's all over it. And it shouldn't be a shock to anybody. That ball is squared up. Little 2-out thunder for San Diego.
Well, the Friar faithful love it. 2 down here. Machado at second base, and Luke Voigt takes strike 1. .233, 4 homers, 12 runs batted in for Voigt. That one's by him. Good gas right there at 98.
Tremendous movement on 98.
Craving a home run? Well, root on your Padres so you can get a free Jumbo Jack with a large drink purchase today after the game. Now also on the Jack app. Voigt strikes out. More gas, back-to-back 98. Strikes out the side. Brewers are coming up in Milwaukee. Let's check out the Brewers starting lineup, brought to you by Appliance Alley. For Craig Counsell, it's Colton Wong, second baseman, who broke up the no-hit bid last night. Andrew McCutcheon's in left with Tyrone Taylor in right. Rowdy Tellez at first base with Keston Hiura, the DH. Lorenzo Cain at center field. Chase Peterson at third base, bats 7th. Pablo Reyes at shortstop 8th. And Alex Jackson pitches the day game after the night game. On the mound for your Friars is Mackenzie Gore.
23-year-old making his 8th start. By far his last outing was his best. Talked about in the pregame show and our game open. 7 solid innings, only 2 hits, struck out 9. And fewer hits than innings pitched, more strikeouts than innings pitched. The rookie is having one heck of a year.
Comes Colton Wong to get it started. Wong broke up the no-hit bid in the 8th. And a ball that got over Azokar's head in right field, and one hopped the wall. .228 average, 3 homers, 14 runs batted in. Real class move by Wong last night after Joe Musgrove had given up the first hit of the game. He kind of acknowledged Wong, and Wong took his helmet off, the tip of the helmet, and it was
Saw that.
Pretty cool.
Very nice. Classy move by Wong.
Yep. 2 classy guys.
Joe gave him a nod like,
Yep.
Hey, good for you. You got me. Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fly ball headed to right again. Zokar this time is back there to make the catch. Same general area. That's the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. It's time now to take a look at the players on the field, presented by the Players Club at Valley View Casino. Left to right in the outfield, Jurickson Profar, Trent Grisham, and Jose Zokar just made that catch. In the infield, third to first, Manny Machado, Ha-Sung Kim, Sergio Alcantara, and Jay Cronenworth, with Jorge Alfaro doing the catching for Mackenzie Gore. 1 out, and here is Andrew McCutcheon, the veteran, formerly the face of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Got a neat note on him. He and Mike Trout are the only 2 active players with 200 home runs and 200 stolen bases in their careers.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's something I did not know.
Yep. Me either.
Always a threat. Andrew McCutcheon always gives you a good at-bat.
The walk-off hit here in game 1. 2 teams have split the first 2 games of this 4-game series. Play today and day baseball tomorrow in the finale of the road trip for the Padres. It, of course, started in St. Louis. Three balls and a strike now to McCutcheon.
Tell you what, Ashby set the tone in that first inning, did he not?
Pretty impressive.
Working quickly, filling that strike zone.
That's ball 4 and a 1-out walk for Andrew McCutcheon. So down to first he goes, and a walk here allowed by Gore. Talked a lot about his last outing against the Pirates. It was so good. He did walk 3 in that outing, but 7 shutout innings and had 9 strikeouts along the way, and ended up throwing 93 pitches in those 7 innings against the Pirates. 1 out, 1 on, and here's Tyrone Taylor. Bottom of the zone for strike 1. Mackenzie Gore making his 9th overall appearance, 8th start. And looking for his 4th win individually, coming in at 3-1 with a minuscule ERA of 1.71.
Well, being left-handed with that move at first base might cut down the running game a little bit for the Brewers as we take a look at this season for the left-hander. Runners on as opposed to bases empty. Boy, buckling down. Opponent's hitting 188 with runners on. OPS is down.
1-1 is to left, and Profar back a few steps to make the catch. Bill of the cap high for out number 2.
That ball was shellacked. But the Padres have a man there. His name is Jurickson Profar. This one catches too much of the plate. Middle in, drops the head on it.
Two down, McCutchen at first base, and that'll bring up Rowdy Tellez. First baseman in double figures in home runs with 10. 36 runs batted in and a .249 average. First 51 games of the year for Tellez. Looks at ball 1. Former member of the Toronto Blue Jays, Rowdy Tellez. It's a start 46 for him. Leads the team in games appeared in, every one so far for the Milwaukee Brewers. He's been the one constant while there have been so many injuries. Rowdy Tellez has not been one of them. Council seeing that IL list add up, pile up on him. In there for a strike, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, we've talked about it before, but Adames at third base, Peralta, Perdomo, Woodruff, Yelich on the shelf as far as little aches and pains, Urias, which we've talked about. The list tends to grow and grow, does it not?
Yeah, you got guys who are not on the IL but can't play.
Right.
So that's even tougher. A couple of them today. And some call-ups. Pablo Reyes in the lineup for the second day after being called up. Guy was hitting at .397 in Memphis, and here's that list. And Renfroe, the hamstring problem happened at Petco Park in San Diego when the Brewers were out in San Diego. And Luis Perdomo has come up with an elbow problem. We saw him, the former Friar, pitch in that series. That's high, and it's a full count now to Tellez, and Andrew McCutchen will get a start at first base with 2 down. But still, if he could just weather the storm of all these injuries, hanging in on top of the Central Division, 2 games ahead of the St. Louis Cardinals, of course, who swept the Padres in the first leg of this 2-city tour. "3-2. And a pop-up foul off to the left out of play.
Well, with those injuries, you always know that the pitching is going to have to keep it up because they're doing quite well. Collectively, their ERA is second in the National League, 3.41. For the starters, they're third in the National League. The relievers are fourth in the National League.
How surprising was last night for that guy?
Yeah, you know what? It boils down to Bob Melvin said it before the game. Said when he threw his cutter in the zone, it didn't have the effect for a swing and miss or a taken strike. They pummeled it. They hit it.
Swing and a miss, and Tellez strikes out. First K of the day for Mackenzie Gore. Wraps up the first inning. To the second we go without a score from Milwaukee. To top of 2 from Milwaukee, and it'll be Jorge Alfaro leads it off for the Padres. Time now for the Kia player profile. Highest ground ball percentage this season. Aaron Ashby is second only behind Framber Valdez of the Astros. Pretty impressive. Minimum 5 starts to be eligible for this list.
Yeah, when you've got movement at 98 and you've got that biting breaking ball down in the zone, you're going to get a lot of ground balls. I mean, the major league average is 43%, so that quantifies that number there.
First inning, very impressive. Ended up striking out the side. And Machado with a double mixed in. You got Profar, Cronenworth, and Voit all by way of the K. Faro with a swing and a miss.
There's that nice changeup from Ashby. His last outing, he threw as many fastballs as changeups, and he got 10 swings and misses on that combio that he throws. He's got a good one.
Just alternating starts here for the most part for Alfaro and Nola, back and forth.
Backdoor breaking ball.
Even that's got a lot of movement.
Yes.
1-2 pitch is fouled back to the screen. Alfaro on Thursday hit his 3rd home run of the season. First since May 8th. Right off the top of the batter's eye on the wall.
It's going off the wall. Living life off the wall.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Sometimes I have to ask because I don't know. What's that from?
Off the Wall, Michael Jackson. It's an album that he had. Yeah.
Okay.
Living life off the wall. Yeah.
I thought it was another brick in the wall.
That could be. Yeah, there you go. A little Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Alfaro, how about this? 357 off of lefties this season.
Chop to third. Peterson's got it. His throw is just in time. But Alfaro runs very well, especially for a catcher. And that is out number 1.
Yeah, Donnie, you're exactly right. Don't sleep on Alfaro's giddy up down the line. You are absolutely right. For a catcher, he can scoot.
1 out in the 2nd. And because of that, made it relatively close at first base. There is Ha-Seong Kim. 221, 4 homers, 19 runs batted in. First 45 games of the year. He's had the bulk of the starts in the absence of Fernando Tatis Jr. at shortstop. And Fernando is out taking ground balls again today. Not yet to the point where he's had a bat in his hand, but trying to stay in his best playing shape that he can. He's been on this whole trip with the Friars. Cam offered, I believe. Yes, he did. Jeremy Rehack, first base umpire, said he went. This one fouled off down the right field line, out of play. And now a quick word from Fix Auto.
In today's world, supporting your community means supporting your local businesses. Fix Auto Collision Centers want you to know that they're locally owned and operated. Call or click to find a body shop near you.
Slap foul to the screen. There's that fastball at 98. Five starts for Ashby coming into this is 6th. The team 4-1 in those starts. Went ahead in the count. This couple of weeks he's been using the off-speed stuff to get things done after those 98-mile-an-hour fastballs. That's strike 3. That's off speed right there at 83. 4th strikeout for Ashby. 2 down.
Just split the outside corner. The backdoor slider. The hitter gives up on it, and look at that. Splits the corner perfectly.
Two outs in the 2nd inning. And Jose Azocar batting out of the 7th spot for San Diego. .274 start for Zokar. No homers and 5 runs batted in. Multi-hit performance last night, went 2 for 3, including his first major league triple. Shows bunt and takes the strike at the knees.
I guess if there's one word to describe Ashby, aggressive.
Yeah.
In every way.
Like his pace.
Yeah. Uncle Andy is watching from San Diego. His uncle Andy was free and easy. I would say free and aggressive for his nephew, Aaron.
A lot of strikes so far, 21 of 29.
Andy Ashby threw a lot of strikes. Good stuff from the right-hander.
Swing and a miss, and that's strikeout number 5 for Ashby. So 1, 2, 3 second. He's impressive.
For the top tier plays presented by Arco, how about the Mackenzie Gore curveball? He has been getting better and better with it over his last 3 outings. 72% strikes with that curveball, and as you see here in the video, he's using it to finish batters off like he hasn't done in the previous 5 games. In the first 5 games, he threw a 50% strikes, and hitters hit 600 against it, only 1 strikeout. But over the last 3 games, hitters are 0 for 8 against it with the 3 strikeouts. And he mentioned the other day he's getting more confidence with it to throw it for a strike like that one right there to get ahead, but also to finish guys off, guys. He is getting better and better each outing. It's so fun to watch this young man mature, and we'll see what he shows us today. Don and Mud, back up to you.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. Got a strikeout to wrap up the first to get Rowdy Tellez, and he's dealing with a guy that has struck out a bunch. Just in here, 84 overall plate appearances, 72 at bats technically, and of the 72 at bats, 37 Ks.
Ouch, bad.
44% of the time he's striking out. And in here his career, 35% of his plate appearances, strikeouts.
Yeah, and when you get to 2 strikes, you don't have to throw him a strike because he will chase out of the zone.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out on cue. Second strikeout for Mackenzie Gore.
Well, last time out for Gore against the Pirates, he struck out 9. 4-seamer, slider, and curveball. You know what I like here? He goes upstairs. He goes upstairs with 2 strikes. Early on, he'll go breaking stuff soft. So soft low, right? Hard late. Hard high for the swings and misses.
1 out in the second inning for Lorenzo Cain. Cain getting started center field, bats out of the 6th spot. It's a 175 average so far for the veteran. Very late on that 96.
Gore going with the traditional signs. Fastball up right here. We were just talking about it.
Coming out of that crouch to receive that was Alfaro. 1.37 ERA away from Petco Park. That is 4th best in the majors.
Yeah, how about when you look at that major league average at 4.01 and then you see Gore's on the road? Wow.
I think that surprised me a little bit that it's that much, but gives you an idea how good the Padres pitching has been.
Yeah.
Mackenzie Gore's pitching has been. He get a piece? He did. Indication right away by Cain. Taps it foul, stays alive.
I think he's got to set up for a high heater right now for a strike even. Breaking ball, fouled it off. Breaking ball, fouled it off. Out in front a little bit, reaching for it.
Lorenzo Cain, this is the final season of a 5-year deal. Listen, his last 15 at bats. Winning on a 1-2. Check swing, foul, inadvertently grabbing the bat. It's 36th start of the year for him in center field. A little bit low, not by much. Oh, rung him up. Delayed call there from Will Little. 3 strikeouts in a row for Gore, 2 down.
Well, he definitely got a call because this pitch looks low. Here it is coming at you. And the ring up.
2 down in the second inning. Brings up Jace Peterson. Counsell didn't like it. Can't see a lot from the dugout, but you can see up and down, north and south, and he felt that was south.
Yeah. Yeah. And he had a legitimate gripe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still upset about it. 2 down here in the second inning. And a swing and a miss for Peterson. Last 7 games he has been hot. One of the Brewers who really done well. 421 average, 8 for his last 19. 2 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. And the recipient of a strike. That low strike is going to be called. 1 and 2. Ground ball right side. Here comes Ken. Throw in time at first base. And that will end the inning. Jace Peterson is gone. So are the Brewers. Scoreless after 2. Coverage in the game. Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam.
Oh, yeah.
That's some coverage.
That's tremendous.
I can
coverage.
tell you this. Chef Lauren made that.
Oh.
The fantastic executive chef here in Milwaukee, who was kind enough to.
He hooked us up big time.
Cater the booth prior to the game today. That was
Thicker Bacon, by the way.
wow.
Name of my new band, Thicker Bacon.
Really good stuff. Chef Lauren.
Thank you.
Ask for him by name anytime you come to Milwaukee. There is Trent Grisham.
That was probably one of the most tender hamburgers I think I've had in my life.
Amazing. All smoked flavor. Had the chance to meet Chef Lauren last year in the postseason.
Oh, because you did the postseason with the Brewers and Braves.
That's right. The NLDS.
Yeah, for Turner.
Thanks for mentioning.
Right.
No 2 pitch. On the ground, vacated left side, and it's taken to the other way for a base hit is Trent Grisham. And the Padres have their second hit of the game. Leadoff single starts things in the 3rd inning.
That's how you beat the shift. You hit down on that pitch and take it the other way. That pitch splits the plate. He stays inside it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. That's a base knock to the opposite side for Trent Grisham. That's how you beat it.
Runner on for Sergio Alcantara. That's out of the 9th spot. Gets started second base for the Padres. 164 with a home run, 8 runs batted in. It's combined numbers between the Diamondbacks and the Padres. 2 teams so far this year. Rolls this one to 3rd. Peterson, the second for 1 on to first. It is in time. Kind of threw a changeup there. Cole Wong couldn't, it didn't appear, get enough on that throw. We'll see if the Padres are going to challenge. At first look, I thought he beat it.
Yeah, I thought he did as well, Donnie. It's close. Let's go back to the throw from Peterson around the bag there. Ooh, yeah.
Padres are challenging.
Safe.
I got safe.
Yeah.
San Diego is taking the out call at first base.
Again, it has to be in the cylinder. And that last shot was a little different than the other shots that we had. It was a little closer from that shot. We'll see. Again, sometimes it has to be conclusive enough. What's on the bag? Yeah, ball's not in the cylinder. Yep. So that should be overturned.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is safe. San Diego will retain their challenge.
So Alcantara reaching on the fielder's choice. Call overturned. Bob Melvin retains his challenge. One out, one on, and top of the order, Jurickson Profar. Struck out swinging in the first inning. Well, this whole communication thing from the umpires seems to be working out just great.
I like it.
Yeah. Now we know what's going on a lot of the time, which helps.
A lot of the time we didn't know.
No.
We had to guess.
Still a lot of time
we
don't
shouldn't
know,
speculate, right?
That's the other thing. But that's all we were left to do was speculate before when they didn't tell you what they were looking at.
Sometimes it was a call at second base. We thought it was going to be at first base and vice versa, right?
Sometimes we were 100% wrong. And we are anyway, even though they have this new system.
Sometimes it rains.
0-2 to left field. McCutchen makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 down. Alcantara remains at first base. Time down for our All-State Mayhem moment.
Well, 5 strikeouts for Aaron Ashby, and he's throwing the fastball, he's throwing the breaky ball. He's back going the breaky ball with the best of them. He's working aggressively, working quickly.
Spent Mayhem. Mentioned 5 strikeouts and 2 2/3. Here's Jake Cronenworth. He struck out in the first inning. Safely in 9 of the last 12 games. Strike called at 97.
Well, he's got tremendous movement on that 97. That's a sinker right there at 97, 98.
Short lead at first for Alcantara. And this one rolled over foul by the Brewers side of things. And Brewers are housed on the first base side here at American Family Field. That's where they're housed. That's their house. For the first stand, back to the bag is Alcantara. Fouled straight back. Kind of a hanger right there. One of the few that Ashby's had. Cronenworth couldn't take advantage of it, fouled it off. 2-2. Line down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Off the box seats. It kicks strangely. Alcantara going to try and score, and he will without a problem. It's a double for Cronenworth, and it's a 1-0 Padres lead. Jay Cronenworth with a 2-out RBI double.
Well, if anybody needed that, it's Jake. And like Grisham going the other way for the single, Jake takes a high fastball down the left field line, gets the benefit of a bounce. Pick him up, put him down. Matt Williams says, tell your story walking home. And the Padres are on the board.
Cronenworth at second base, 2 down, a run in. Manny Machado gets his second look and grounds one to third this time. Jace Peterson hop and a throw, and that'll end the inning. But the Padres do get a run. Jay Cronenworth's RBI double. It's 1-0 San Diego. Lead over the Brewers. Mackenzie Gore working with the lead for the first time in this game. It's time for our Bank of America Impressive Tools. And for Mackenzie Gore, MLB rookie ranks this season. He's second ERA, second in strikeouts with 47, fifth in opponent average, and fifth in whip, just over 1 for Mackenzie Gore. Works into the third inning. He's retired the last 5 Brewers in a row. And Pablo Reyes will take strike 1, top of the zone. Reyes 0 for 2 since being called up from AAA Nashville, where he's hitting at .397. So he gets his chance, and this one is grounded softly to short. Kim on the run, and it'll be late. Cronenworth coming off the bag to retrieve that throw, and Reyes is on.
Even though he's saving first base, that's a nice play by Kim there, because that is a tricky hop. He's got to glove that one. He's got to get it to his throwing hand and put it in your scouting report that Reyes can scoot. That last hop right there is not an easy one. He's got to get himself to a position to where he can get rid of it quickly. Not quick enough.
First hit of the day for the Brewers comes here to lead off the third inning. Kim did all he could do. Reyes with the infield hit, and here is Alex Jackson. Popped up foul off to the right on play. First appearance of the series. Martin Narvaez placed on the COVID IL list. Jackson called up. It's the 5th game that he has appeared in this year in Milwaukee. This is start number 3. Second stint of the season in the big leagues. He's acquired from the Miami Marlins back in April. And Caratini has caught the first 2 games, but on the bench today, and likely see him back tomorrow. 6 of 9 first pitch strikes for Gore, as this one is grounded foul by Jackson. Don't forget, MLB.TV is now $114.99. Watch all out-of-market regular season games live or on demand, plus MLB Big Inning, blackout, and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. One-two pitch to Jackson. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that's 4 Ks for Mackenzie Gore.
Bring him the heater. That's exactly where he wanted it. That's exactly where Alfaro's glove was after he gave the sign. Very late.
So after the leadoff infield hit, Jackson strikes out, turns the order over, and here is Colton Wong. Throw to first and back to the bag. At first is Reyes. This is the biggest crowd of the first 3 games so far. Nice crowd today.
Yeah, and with the roof closed, it gets a little louder in here, huh?
It does. Should have heard it in the postseason.
I was just going to ask you about that.
Back at first is Reyes.
Wong has grounded into 2 double plays this season as we take a look at the patrons here today.
Down the middle at 92 and taken by Wong. A second look at Mackenzie Gore. Flight out to right field in the first. Ooh. Pretty good pitch.
Yeah, I got squeezed a little bit.
A little bit.
More a ball than a strike, but still caught that outside corner. That dot lit up.
Ball 2. 1 walk so far allowed by Gore. That was McCutchen in the first inning. Since then he has 4 strikeouts and no walks. He's allowed 1 hit, a leadoff hit, trying to work his way around that here in the last of the 3rd inning. High drive to right. Back goes Zokar. Plenty of room. And makes the catch. That ball just died. It's out number 2. When Padres pitchers canine, your canine or feline wins if the Padres strike out 9 or more batters in a game. Petco members can visit participating Petco locations the next day. Score a free dog or cat toy with an eligible purchase. Visit petco.com/PadresK9 for details. The sound effects get better all the time.
What sound effects?
Yeah. 2 down, runner at first. McCutchen back off of Gore, and he fires to first for the out that ends the inning. 1-0 Padres have got the lead through 3. Return to sender. Right back at him, and the kick save.
Hockey suit.
In Milwaukee with the Padres on top 1-0. And Luke Voit making his way plateward. Now the season breakdown for Voit. Last 14 games hitting at .320. It's the previous 19 at .167. The on base percentage over 100 points higher. Slugging percentage .480 now. It's been a really good stretch, and as we talked a lot about it in last night's game, he has reduced that swing.
Yep.
Much shorter, much more compact, and not as busy with a lot of stuff. Not as big a leg kick either.
Yeah, Bob Scanlon broke it down when we talked about it a couple of days ago, and it's apparent it's significant. The leg kick not as pronounced, more under control, to the ball after hitting the ball.
Strikes out this time. And is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts today. First out of the 4th inning. That's strikeout number 6 for Ashby.
Ashby going well out of the strike zone. Well, you talk about the heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 hitters. Mostly the hitters that are going to do the most damage. 105. That's second best in Major League Baseball. What's the average? 250.
Jorge Alfaro grounded out to third, first time up now, shoots it foul down the right field line. And his second look at Aaron Ashby. This will be pitch number 50 for Ashby through 3 1/3 innings. Interesting to note that against the right-handed hitter here, the left-hander is as far as you can get on the third base side of the rubber.
Coming right at that front hip, huh? That left hip of Alfaro.
Yep.
Getting a good angle straight into that inside corner, and then that angle away on the outside corner. Wow.
Drops that in there and strikes him out. 7 strikeouts for Ashby, back-to-back case here in the 4th inning. Well, remember to enter the Saquon Scouting Report sweepstakes. Follow at Bally Sports SD on Twitter. Reply to today's Saquon Scouting Report with more or less using the hashtag Saquon Scout. Visit ballysports.com for full rules and details. Today's topic: if you think the Padres will score in 5 or more different innings, reply more. If you think they will score 4 or fewer, reply less. 2 down in the 4th inning, and Ha-Seong Kim takes the strike.
Ashby is landing everything this afternoon.
Quickly ahead, 0-2. It's been 97, 98 with good movement. Not just the velocity, but the movement. The breakdown for him. A lot of strikes. Ground ball to third. Chase Peterson on the run, and in time to get Kim. 3.5 in the books from Milwaukee. It's 1-0 San Diego. That's Padres baseball, brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. We make it easy. By Saquon Casino. Watch the Padres all season long at Saquon Casino Resort. Win exclusive prizes, game tickets, and more. And by UC San Diego Health, official health provider of the San Diego Padres. It's on to the bottom of the 4th inning with the Padres on top 1-0. And it's strike 1 from Mackenzie Gore to Tyrone Taylor. Lined out to left field in the 1st inning, 0 for 1. On the ground to Kim, it's short, kind of rounds behind it. The throw is good, and in time to retire Taylor for the first out here at the bottom of the 4th inning. Rowdy Tellez making his way plateward here and digging in. Struck out swinging in the 1st inning. Total of 4 strikeouts today for Mackenzie Gore. Tellez with 10 home runs on the year, 36 runs driven in. First baseman for the Brewers, and he'll take a pitch down and evens up at 1-1 to Tellez. He's acquired from the Toronto Blue Jays last July 6th. Time he hits a home run, the team seems to win. They're 15-0 when he hits a home run in a game. So it's becoming a Milwaukee Brewer.
And we mentioned earlier with the guys on the shelf and IL, he needs to come through big time when needed. So if you can keep him quiet, chances are you're going to have a pretty good game. And batting 4th, cleanup. You want to face him with nobody on base.
Born in Sacramento, California, Rowdy Tellez. Running with one out, bases empty, and waiting on a 2-2 pitch from Mackenzie Gore.
Challenge him right here. Make him earn his way on. No free passes. Throw a pitch that you can locate 8 out of 10 times and feel comfortable with it.
A little bit low, and he ends up losing him. The second walk handed out by Mackenzie Gore. Let's check in with Bob Scanlon.
One thing that Mackenzie Gore has done so well, especially in his last 3 outings, is finishing guys off with 2 strikes. Over the first 5 ball games of the season, he was doing it about 75% of the time, which is about the major league average, and that's fine. But over the last 3 games, that number has gone up to 85% of the times. When he gets 2 strikes on somebody, he's putting them away. And so far today, the first 5 batters that he faced and got 2 strikes on did the same thing, put them away. This is the first batter the walk to tell is where a runner with 2 or a hitter with 2 strikes has reached base, but he's doing a nice job of finishing. And you know what happens when you finish guys off? What happens? Opposing hitters know that they can get put away, so what do they start doing? They start swinging earlier in the count, and it leads to more efficient ball games. So it's a good trend for Mackenzie Gore, guys.
All right, Scan, thanks very much.
Good stuff, right-hander.
Castanheira struck out swinging in the second. Fly ball down the right field line, headed towards the seats. Zokar going as far as he can, but it's well back into the crowd. There's the breakdown so far. The first 56 pitches tossed up there by Mackenzie Gore. It's got 1 out in the 4th. Tellez at first, and an 0-2 to Hira. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Hira again. That's 5 strikeouts now for Gore. The 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Well, the first time Gore struck him out to lead off the 2nd inning, it was a fastball right down the middle. This one right here, he goes upstairs a little bit. Hard to lay off the heater at 97, up and in. It's another big key for Gore. He is not afraid to bury that fastball up and into the righties.
2 down, Tellez at first base, and Lorenzo Cain struck out looking in the 2nd inning. Gets a piece, fouling it off to even the count at 1-1.
Only the 2nd changeup thrown by Mackenzie Gore this afternoon.
Kane for his last 16 at the plate. Saw just the 173 average so far this year. Center fielder Grisham, step or 2 towards right center. Lots of green grass in left center. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. In fact, well, don't forget to come down to Petco Park on Sunday, June 12th, as the first 8,000 kids in attendance receive 4 packs of Topps baseball cards. Arrive early for Kids Fest, presented by Supermouth, to enjoy inflatables, face painters, and more. Visit Padres.com/KidsFest. Swing and a miss, and Cain strikes out. Back-to-back Ks for Mackenzie Gore. He's got 6 in all, and the Padres have a 1-0 lead. 0-0. Padres on top of the Brewers as Aaron Ashby back out there for the 5th inning. He's got 7 strikeouts through the first 4, and the pitch arsenal so far.
Padres 3 hits this afternoon. Seen the sinker, slider, curveball, changeup, mixing in the 4-seam fastball. He is filling the zone with everything, just like Mackenzie Gore. We've got ourselves a pitcher's duel in the good land.
Gore with 6 strikeouts through the first 4 innings. Zokar taps it foul just beyond the Brewers dugout. There's a strikeout victim in the second when swinging. Up the middle into center field, and a base hit for Zokar. Take a wide turn at first, but throw the brakes on. Leadoff single starts things here in the 5th inning.
Sugar getting on base, trying to flip up or over that lineup, get it to the top. Let's check out the swing. Foot was down, throw the hands. Very nice. I think he's getting better and better with each at bat. More comfortable, confident, and a great smile from the kid.
Lead runner on for the Padres, second time in this game. They're able to score in the 3rd inning after getting Trent Grisham on to begin the inning. This game's only run. Here is Trent Grisham. Takes strike 1 right down the middle at 96. Strike 2. Grisham, last 14 games, having that batting average climb after the first 36 games, hitting at 151. Blocked that time by Alex Jackson behind the dish. No advance at first base for Zokar. Aaron Ashby making his 6th start, overall his 12th appearance. Worked out of the pen for a while. Now in the rotation with all the injuries, and they are very glad that he is. This is up the middle, and that's going to go into left center. So out of the reach of Reyes, and Zokar will move from first to third. They were in the shift, and that is right by where the shortstop would normally be, and it gets into left field, and the Padres have runners at first and third with nobody out.
Well, a few times this afternoon the Padres have beaten the shift, and Grisham does it right here. Up middle, stays inside it. 2-hopper to the left side, and action at the corners.
That is the second time that he has kind of beaten the shift in that direction. First and third, and Grisham's 2 for 2. Sergio Alcantara got it into a fielder's choice in the 3rd, scored the game's only run. Bottom 3rd of the order doing all the work here against Ashby. Bottom 3rd, they're 3 for 5 with a run collectively.
Well, like Burns last night, a few times there was pitches in the zone. Hack at it, do some damage. Another base hit, scores a run here. Another first and third action possibly. Still nobody out.
Just missed. And it is 3-0. The number 9 man. There's a strike, bottom of the zone at the knees.
Still has the velocity, good movement. Great location on that last pitch.
Swing and a miss as he battles back, and it is a full count down.
How about that? Pitching backwards. 3-1 fastball count. He drops the changeup on him.
First and third, nobody out, and it is lined and caught. Jace Peterson at third base, right at him, and he reels it in for out number one. And now a quick word from Knockaround Sunglasses.
Want a perfect pair of sunglasses for your every occasion? Hit up the Knockaround Custom Shop. With over 1 million possible combinations, why not get a pair for every you?
Chris Hook, the pitching coach, heading out to talk to Aaron Ashby. With one out, runners at first and third to get Jerks and Profar coming up. An interesting note, the Padres, for the 37th time this season, Padres have gone first and third on a single. It's tied for second most in the majors with the Cubs and only behind the St. Louis Cardinals, who have 40. But that's good base running, being able to go first to third, and that's something that I know Bob Melvin preaches.
I love that.
Yeah.
First and third action, you bet. It's puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Obviously, you know you got some speed on the bases. You go first to third. Just a ground ball to the outfielders. You know, they want to get that ball in quickly. You might get a little bobble, and that can result in a run.
Zokar at third. Grisham crossed the diamond at first with one out here in the fifth inning. And a throw over to first, very low, but Tellez reels it into the backhand. Grisham able to get back standing. Showing bunt, and did he offer? No, he did not. I check with Jeremy Rehack, first base umpire. Profar has struck out swinging and lined out to left, and he was bunting at it that time, so that's twice now.
A little safety squeeze possibly, huh? Got some speed at third. You put down a bunt. As soon as that bunt goes towards the dirt, runner is off. Could be a free run.
Now a check swing grounder right side. Over is the pitcher, Ashby, and he's out. Run will score, though. Zokar comes in the back door from third, and the Padres take a 2-0 lead. Ashby was kind of late in getting over there just because of the way that play developed. You had Tellez way off at first, and a check swing grounder, and see if the Padres are going to challenge. Looks like they're not.
Hey, he was thinking about the bunt, but this works just as well. Little check swing to the right side. Easy run. Now the race is on at first. Very close. Ball in the glove, and he got him.
So Profar grounds out, but picks up an RBI. He's 26th. There's Cronenworth with the grounder just outside of third.
Ryan Christensen talked with Jerkson regarding, it looks like, bunting technique. Rather than lowering the bat, lower the body. Break down at the knees, right? Keep the bat at the same angle. Just break it down at the knees to bring the bat down.
Cronenworth has struck out looking and doubled. Fly ball right field, pretty deep. Taylor going back at the wall. That ball's gone. Jake Cronenworth with a 2-run home run. Padres take a 4-0 lead. For Cronenworth, his 4th home run of the year.
Lefty on lefty. Boy, that ball leaks. That's a changeup in off the plate. Taylor runs out of room. Donnie, where did he hit that one?
Into the Crone zone. Ashby seems surprised that got out of the yard.
Yeah. Time for the Polaroid.
And Machado 1-for-2. A double in the first, grounded out to third in the 3rd inning. Ashby at 75 pitches.
How about Jake busting out? Hey, Jake, Jumbo Jacks are delicious. Well, he slapped some cheese on that one, didn't he?
Gonna miss in. Ball and 2 strikes. To third. Chase Peterson gets the throw there. Threw it into the runner a little bit. A 3-run 5th inning for the Padres, including the 2-run home run by Jake Cronenworth. Padres have taken a 4-0 lead. He's on top. It's on to the last of the 5th, and more breathing room for Mackenzie Gore. Not that he needs it, as we look at what he has featured today so far.
Heavy on the 4-seamer and the curveball, mixing in a little slider and changeup just for a look-see to set up the other stuff. Only 1 hit today given up by the left-hander.
There's Chase Peterson to lead it off. Brewers' 3rd baseman bounced out to the shortstop in the 2nd inning. Eleven of 16 first pitch strikes today for Gore. Farrow tried to bring it back into the strike zone, but it misses away, and Gore will head behind the mound in the midst of a meeting with himself.
Yeah, and this is the part of the order where you need a quick 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. That's where the only hit came from. Reyes, who's on deck, little infield single. There you go.
After that brief meeting, he comes up with a strike. Three balls, 2 strikes to Jace Peterson. Bottom 3rd of the order is what Gore will be dealing with. Peterson, Reyes, and Jackson here in the inning. So it's back to the gas here on a 3-2 pitch. Foul back to the screen. 93 on the fastball that time from Gore.
Yeah, throw it again. Challenge him. Don't get cute.
Looks like they're thinking the same way you are.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
That's strike 3. Peterson takes with him the 7th strikeout for Mackenzie Gore. Well, it's time now for a play worthy of a Carl's Cam replay.
Well, let's go back to the 4th inning when Lorenzo Cain was up, 2 outs, running around first. Watch this curveball here. My goodness. So as soon as he threw that pitch, we went to break. I said to our illustrious producer, Stephen Rose back in San Diego, mark that one. I want to talk about that one. The Clippers guy brings it back to you for the swing and the miss on the curveball.
Pablo Reyes says the only hit the Brewers have gathered today. This one is fouled off to the right, out of play. His hit was a single in the infield to short in the third. That's been it. Remember, they were held to one hit in last night's game.
What a performance, huh? From Joe Musgrove last night. That was fun to watch.
Check swing grounder into the Brewers dugout, first base way. Down the right field line, headed foul.
Donnie, while I got a second, you know our good friend Tyler De La Cruz, who comes into the booth?
Yes.
A few years ago?
Yep.
He watches every game. He loves you. Today's his birthday.
Happy birthday, Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler. Enjoy your birthday, bud. Hopefully the Padres can win for you.
0-2 pitch. Well, jam job and a pop up and foul ground. Cronenworth over the shoulder, can't make the catch. Banged into the short fencing. That was a tough play.
Yeah, it was. But Jake's upset. He thinks he should have had that one. I mean, he had a long way to go, a lot to deal with. Flash look. Lucky he didn't tweak his back on that railing, and he slaps his glove saying, I got to have that ball. He's still upset.
0-2 is hit on the ground, and Kim fields and throws in time. 2 down. The Force Awakens at Petco Park July 15th through the 17th for Star Wars weekend. Enjoy the Padres Cantina on Friday. Post-game fireworks show on Saturday. Meet Star Wars characters on Sunday and more. Visit Padres.com/Star Wars. 2 outs in the 5th inning, and Alex Jackson. That's out of the 9th spot. He's the catcher. Struck out swinging in the 3rd inning. Softly lined into left center. Over to play it is Profar. It's hit number 2 for the Brewers. Alex Jackson's got it.
Really didn't square it up off the end of the bat. Went down and got a breaky ball that, if taken, probably a ball. All upper body right there for the second hit of the afternoon.
So a 2-out single flips the order over, and Colton Wong is coming up. Wong has flied out to right twice, both times Jose Azocar up to the task. Ball 3. This is rare. Mackenzie Gore falling behind 3-0 to Colton Wong. 2 outs here in the 5th. 81 pitches for Gore so far through 4 2/3 innings. And he walks him on 4 pitches. So all of a sudden, got 2 on with 2 down after a single and a walk. And that is the 3rd walk handed out by Mackenzie Gore today.
Yeah, a little regroup. Enough is enough. He's got 2 outs. Forget about that. Go after McCutchen.
It's the breakdown today of the first 82 pitches thrown up there by Gore. 52 have been for strikes.
Pretty good. Last time out, 93 pitch effort in 7 innings against the Pirates for Mackenzie Gore.
Strike to Andrew McCutchen. Worked a walk in the 1st inning, grounded back to the mound in the 3rd inning. And gets his 3rd look today at Mackenzie Gore. Strike 2. Fly ball sent foul off to the left out of play. Peterson struck out looking to begin the inning. Reyes grounded to short. Alex Jackson, the catcher, number 9 man, with a single to left. And a 4-pitch walk of Colton Wong as Brewers at 1st and 2nd with 2 down. Very high. Fastball kind of overthrown. Jammed in, flip foul off to the right out of play. Mackenzie Gore coming in individually 3-1 with a 1.71 ERA. It's the breakdown per inning for him. This would be pitch 88. And it's fouled off again. McCutchen continues to foul off pitches.
Yeah, well, it's no shocker. McCutchen, as I mentioned earlier, seems to always be a tough out. See if we can put him away here as he battles with 2 strikes.
That is strike 3. Right at the bottom of the zone. That's strikeout number 8 for Gore. Couldn't come at a better time. Mackenzie Gore, they ring up McCutchen. It's 4-0 Padres through 5. Have the lead over the Brewers, and it was out of here. A 2-run home run for Jake Cronenworth. The Padres hit it out of the park. So you get a free Jumbo Jack with a large drink purchase tomorrow. Now also on the Jack app. Go Padres.
Oh yeah, on National Cheese Day. Jake Cronenworth slapping some cheese on that one right there. How about that, Donnie? We're in Milwaukee, the good land, in America's Dairyland on National Cheese Day.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
New information. Luke Voigt is going to lead it off here against Aaron Ashby. Voigt is 0 for 2. He struck out twice, both times swinging. High percentage of strikes today. Of the first 79, 59 have been strikes. It's a ball and a strike now to Luke Voigt, with Alfaro and Kim to follow. Both times Voit struck out, both swinging. This one bounces in and off the shoulder of Alex Jackson, the Brewers catcher.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
What's going on? What's happening? What just happened? What are you doing?
Copyrights.
Why?
Why not?
Why? What just happened?
I just told the people what they could and couldn't do.
Swing and a miss, and Voit strikes out. Third time today. That's 8 strikeouts now for Ashby.
And
Somebody get my agent on the phone.
For everybody at home, Donnie's rattled.
Can you call Brad? Thank you.
Big time.
Wow.
Big time.
Unbelievable.
Big time rattle.
You started in, and I was like, wait a minute. I'm not reading this. And you didn't stop anything.
I've got my own style.
Wow. Was this the producer's idea?
You'll have to talk to him about it. Hey now,
whoa!
hit the ball.
Sometimes you got to hit the ball. I'm stunned.
Donnie, he hit the.
I don't know what to say.
What, regarding hitting the ball or the copyright?
Oh, the copyright.
Oh, well.
It's kind of like my job, you know? One foul back.
You know, sometimes guys need a day off.
Oh, so I need a day off
Well,
now.
I think the last 2 reads were kind of shaky.
Oh, really?
I do.
Oh.
Yeah. So we figured to give Donnie a day off, a rest, you know, kind of like.
You said we. Who's we?
I did say we.
Yes, you did. You and
Clippers guy.
I knew it. I knew it.
The Clippers guy.
Oh, Stephen Rose, our producer, whose first move every time he takes over is to take me out of the pregame show. That's the first thing he does. They say, what do you want to do? What do you want to change with the show this week? Well, first we're getting Orsillo out of the show. That's what it's off to the right. And now he's taking the copyright. Come on. It's unbelievable. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
No copyright for Donnie today.
I knew it. I knew it was him.
Just enjoy your day off.
I didn't want a day off, and I thought the last 2 have been great.
Hey, I know you're like one of those players that wants to play each and every day.
Yes.
And you're the kind of guy that you got to be forced to take the day off and regroup.
I don't need to regroup.
But it's like Manny. Manny wants to play every day. He doesn't want a day off. Today was that day.
Wow.
Might be tomorrow too. I don't. You got to stay tuned.
You know, you could have said no too. You could have said no, and you didn't. Swing and a miss, and Alfaro strikes out. So that's 9 strikeouts now for Ashby. Second time Alfaro has struck out today.
Still got the good break on the slider right there, and it's the location as well. Still keeping him off balance right there. See, kind of reaching for it, one hand swing there at the end. Still got the good stuff. There are even some guys who like need 2 days off.
Oh, you're saying I need 2 days off now?
It's kind of like a wait and see type. It's a day-to-day situation.
This one is tap foul.
Hey, how's Will Meyer's knee? It's kind of day-to-day. How's Donnie on the reading the copyright? It's kind of day-to-day. We'll let you know tomorrow. You might be available.
This is stunning. Fly ball left field. On the move is McCutchen. He'll have room, and he makes a catch. It ends the inning. So 1, 2, 3, 6th inning. We are headed to the bottom of the 6th. 4-0 Padres. Over the Brewers. Don't forget to stream Padres baseball all season long on the Bally Sports app, presented by Coors Light. We're moving on to the bottom of the 6th inning. And Mackenzie Gore back out there for the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 coming up for the Brewers.
A big inning, even though they're up by 4, 3, 4, 5, as Donnie just mentioned. Third time around. Let's see what Mackenzie Gore can do here.
Well, for the Brewers batters, only 3 hits in the last 14 innings. Foul off to the right, out of play. Yelich has been on the bench. He's getting banged up last night. A diving catch that he made. Came out of the game last night, not in the lineup today. Tyrone Taylor 0 for 2 is lined out to left and grounded out to short. Oh, look at this strike.
Nice change up there. Good action on it.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Taylor. That's 9 Ks for Mackenzie Gore. 1 down in the 6th inning.
Matching his last game's number of strikeouts. Change up, down and away. There it is. And then you got him looking away soft. How about going upstairs with the heater? That's pitching right there.
Most strikeouts for Gore in his career. At Cincinnati had 10 against the Reds. He's got 9 today against the Brewers, and here's Rowdy Tellez. Struck out in the first, walked in the 4th inning. Popped up foul off to the left, out of play. Brewers have action. Trevor Gott first up in the pen. Nabil Krismat for the Padres. I think he went. Yeah, he did. Nick Marley, third base umpire, said he offered, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Oh, yeah. Nick Marley and the Whalers down there at third base.
37,376 on hand here today.
Check, please.
37,376. About 8 more thousand than were here last night. Ground ball right side and by the dive. Alcantara laid it out, but it's into right field. Tellez got a base hit with 1 out.
Oh, what a great effort by Alcantara. Ball hit sharply. Still got the double play in order.
One out, Tellez at first, and here's Keston Hiura. And the same thing twice, that strikeout, both times swinging against Mackenzie Gore. .102 is the season high for Gore, and pitches thrown.
Wow. He has no chance on that fastball. In the zone, out of the zone, especially up and in. The velocity is still there. 96. Throw it there again.
Next pitch is an even hundo. Fouled off the home plate umpire, Will Little.
Ooh. Man, that's
staggered him.
Yeah, that'll rattle your feelings. It got him back on his heels a little bit too.
Alfaro just grabbed him. Make sure he wasn't going down.
Fastball up.
On 2 strikes to Keston Hiura.
I would stay right there. I think fastball up. You know, if you're going to go off speed, don't throw it for a strike. You might speed up his bat and he'll rifle something down that left field line. Bounce something or go up and in again. There you go.
Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt, and that's strikeout number 10 for Mackenzie Gore.
After going upstairs a couple of times, he does go downstairs and bounces this one. A nice block by Alfaro. And as Donnie mentioned, number 10.
Did that against Cincinnati Reds earlier this year. Has done it again today, and we'll see if he can break that high mark. Lorenzo Cain has struck out twice today against Gore. One's looking, one swinging. And Tardy on the 96. In the dirt and blocked by Alfaro. Did he go? No, he did not. We'll check with Jeremy Rehak at first base. Pitch is high.
You know, McKenzie knows that this is his last inning. Sometimes, you know, the pitch count, you know it's going to be your last inning. The adrenaline might be pumping a little extra. You try to overthrow a little bit. That might be the case here.
Hasn't been here before as far as pitches go. This is 107. And it's fouled back to the screen.
I would think this is his last batter regardless of what happens.
The Bill Chris Madbury ready. Runner goes. Cain swings. It's a ground ball left side. Machado's got it, and that is that. In the 6th inning, Gore gets through it. 108 pitches. On top, 4-0. Those were the bright moments of the game, brought to you by Knockaround Sunglasses. And a lot of bright moments as we move to inning number 7 in Milwaukee with the Padres on top 4-0. Aaron Ashby was very good today, but ends up giving up that 2-run home run to Jake Cronenworth in the 5th inning, and a total of 4 runs, and hands the baseball off to Trevor Gott.
Remember seeing Trevor Gott in San Diego. This kid's got some good stuff, some live stuff. Enters his 21st game. 19 innings of work. Opponents only hitting at 219. He's got the cutter. They go heavy on that cutter and four-seam fastball sinker. Sprinkling a curveball and a changeup from the righty Gott.
Headed to right center and over is Cain for the first out of the 7th. 1 pitch, 1 out for Trevor Gott as he retires Jose Azocar. The line for Ashby today, 6 innings, 6 hits. He allows 4 runs, didn't walk anybody, and struck out 9. Came into this game with a record individually of 1-3 and currently on the hook with one out in the 7th inning. And here is Trent Grisham, who enjoyed success today off Ashby. He was 2 for 2 with a couple of base hits the other way to left. So the Padres offensively, you take a look at the last 2 pitchers they have faced. The reigning Cy Young Award winner last night and Corbin Burns, and they handled him. And today Aaron Ashby started this game very, very well. They handled him.
Regarding Burns, nasty stuff, no doubt. Nasty stuff in the strike zone. The hitters did a nice job of taking him the other way, putting the ball in play. Today, same type deal. Seen some hits the other way. In the zone, attack.
Popped up back at second base. Making the catch is Peterson, third baseman in the shift for out number 2. And now a quick word from Saquon Casino.
Padres fans, surround yourself with everything you love about your team in an exclusive Padres hotel suite. Visit Saquon.com to book your stay.
2 down in the 7th. Sergio Alcantara coming up here. 0 for 2 today from his number 9 spot in the order. Grounded into a fielder's choice and lined out to third. Top foul into the Brewers dugout, first base way. Just so you know, there has been a meeting called for after the game.
Really?
To discuss the incident that occurred here during the game. Just so you know.
There was an incident?
I don't know if you had dinner plans, but they're canceled. 1-1. Who's going to miss ball 2? It involves some very high-ranking officials.
Is it a Zoom call?
It's a Zoom call.
Do I need representation of any form?
Nope.
No?
I don't think that's necessary. Just bring your story with you. Who told you what to do and when?
Hey, I've already.
Who sent you the copy to read?
Yeah.
Whose idea was?
I've already said. I've got nothing to hide.
You've done what you've done. It's clear. You did it. You did it on TV right here on Valley Sports San Diego. You just read it.
Yeah.
Read my line. Didn't even think about my feelings or.
I have it memorized, by the way.
You read it off your phone. That's why you couldn't snap it.
I
If they
snapped.
had given you the actual paper, you would have snapped
I snapped
it.
late.
Give you a little sniff thing you do.
I did the sniff.
Yeah. But I don't think you feel bad about it. I don't. You don't have that look. Ground ball. Peterson again in the shift. Alcantara and the Padres are gone to the 7th. 7th inning stretch.
No remorse.
4-0 Padres. Some friend you are.
Tander, Mackenzie Gore coming off a great start against the Pirates, going solid 7, striking out 9 against the Brewers this afternoon. 6 solid, only surrendering 3 hits, no runs. He walked 3, and he struck out double digits. Yes, 10. 108 pitch effort. He had the fastball going up in the zone. He had him looking. He had him swinging and missing. He had the curveball, the slider. He had it all working this afternoon in Cream City for Mackenzie Gore. It was fun to watch.
Into the game is Nabil Krismat.
Well, now you're going to have to tone it down a little bit because Krismat's got that change up, doesn't throw as hard. Now throwing from the right side instead of the lefty like Gore. Last time out for Krismat. St. Louis enters his 17th game. Check that. Remember, Krismat came into the game when Taylor Rogers blew the save, so I stand corrected. Forgot about that.
in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. The leadoff hitter, Jace Peterson, who was 0 for 2 today in his ABs against Mackenzie Gore. Grounded to short and striking out looking against Gore. Soft roller right side, slowly hit, and the throw will get away. Reaching is Peterson to begin the 7th.
Well, Peterson can scoot, that's for sure. And the slow roller, try with the bare hand. That's all you can do there. Luckily, that ball does not go in the dugout. Peterson is at first base. You still have a double play in order.
So a base hit starts things here in the 7th, and Reyes will take the strike. Pablo Reyes 1 for 2. He's got one of the hits today of the 4 Milwaukee has in this ball game as they bat at the bottom of the 7th. Almost hits him with a pitch in. The Brewers are just glad to see Mackenzie Gore out of this game. And the line on Gore, 6 innings, 3 hits, no runs. He walked 3 and struck out 10. Ties a career high for him in strikeouts. The fly ball left field over his profile, and he'll make the catch for the first out of the 7th inning. Back to first goes Peterson. That'll bring up Alex Jackson. For his action for the Brewers, Miguel Sanchez up in the pen. Padres have Tim Hill. 1 on, 1 out for Milwaukee here in the 7th, and Alex Jackson down the left field line. That ball is headed foul.
Strike 1.
Alex Jackson from his number 9 spot in the order has struck out swinging and singled today. Rolls it over foul and is down 0-2. It was a 30th road game for the Padres this year. Didn't go. Padres coming into this game 18-11 on the road.
See if he went. No, I don't think so. Good call.
Swing and a miss. Definitely went that time. It strikes out. First strikeout for Nabil Crismatt. 2 down here in the 7th inning.
Did you see what Nabil just did there? He threw out that baseball. That was his 100th career strikeout. Remember talking to him the other day. He was 1 shy of that. He gets the ball back. That'll go on his mantle. Congratulations. That's nice.
You and I are both very big Nabil Crismatt fans.
Oh, yeah. Love the kid. He's such a good egg.
Pitch in the dirt to Colton Wong.
Hey, 100's 100, right?
That's right. It's a hundo.
Yeah.
Runner goes, and the pitch is low. Well, it's a strike, and the throw not in time. Stolen base for Chase Peterson. So the Brewers running here, down 4-0. And Peterson into scoring position.
Well, trying to get something with 2 outs. It takes the force off. An infield roller, you can't go the short way as Peterson. Pop-up slide into scoring position.
On the ground right side, and to the backhand is Cronenworth. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that'll end the 7th inning. We're headed for the 8th in Milwaukee. Padres have a 4-0 lead. All right, Mike and Denny, thank you very much. We play on to the 8th inning. It is getting late, and the third pitcher for the Brewers into the game, Miguel Sanchez.
We saw Sanchez last night in the 9th. He twirled an inning, gave up 2 hits, gave up a run. He struck out 2, enters his 6th game. When it's inning 167. 5 strikeouts in the small sample size of 6 2/3. 3 walks for the right-hander.
Brewers pitching, retiring 7 Padres in a row. The combination of Ashby, Gott. And here's Sanchez to face Profar. Turns around and bats from the left side now. For the first time today with a right-hander out there. Profar has struck out, lined out, and grounded out. Into the shift go the Brewers with that second strike. Chase Peterson, third baseman, moving to the right side to join Wong and Tellez. Only Reyes on the left. Grounds it foul. Popped up foul to our left. More action in the Padres pen. It's Luis Garcia now. Tim Hill has sat down after the Bill Chrismat worked the 7th inning. Looks like we're going to see Garcia in the bottom of the 8th. There's an 0-2 to Profar. Popped up foul off to the left out of play. Profar, Cronenworth, and Machado featured in the 8th. Right side, a 2-hopper to Colton Wong, and that's the first out of the 8th. Jake Cronenworth is coming up. It's time for the Callaway long ball. Jake did this in the 5th inning. He went 361 feet away. 94.7 on the exit velo. The launch angle at 34 degrees. Touched them all.
That was sweet.
Home run number 4 of the year. Hit into the Crone zone in Milwaukee.
2 hits, 3 runs batted in for Jake. You know why I really admire Jake Cronenworth? Not only because of his baseball skills and his personality, but I saw him after the game the other night, and he was wearing a Kiss t-shirt. And I said,
that sealed the deal for you?
I said, dude, you are the man.
Wong, who's been busy at second base, throws out Cronenworth 2 down.
He says, I'm into the old school bands, right? 70s, 80s. And he said that he got that from his parents, who are huge 70s, 80s bands fans.
Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Ace Frehley,
Peter Criss.
What I'm talking about. I used to get the magazine. Remember the Kiss magazine?
Oh yeah. He wants to rock and roll and party all the time.
2 outs for Manny Machado.
Said he's got like 7 or 8 t-shirts, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin. Big fan.
Machado a double in the 1st, grounding out to third base, his counterpart in the 3rd and 5th.
I'm going to buy him a Wham t-shirt. That's a trivia question for you. Everybody knows George Michael, right?
Right.
Do you know the other half of Wham?
I actually don't.
Andrew Ridgeley.
Never heard of him.
Sorry about it?
Never heard of him.
Yep.
Can you name other Police besides Sting?
That's a really good question, and I'm going to be honest with you. Is one guy's name Peter?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know the other guy.
I couldn't. No.
Oh,
how about Stuart Copeland?
And 2 guys. Look as fresh as El Nino with this Fernando Tatis Jr. hat on June 8th against the New York Mets. The first 35,000 fans who received the giveaway thanks to San Diego Community Power. Visit Padres.com/giveaways. Yeah, now I see the names. I do remember them now.
Yeah.
Didn't before. This is driven to deep right center field and caught on the track. Lorenzo Cain back there to make the grab on the dirt of the track. It's 4-0 San Diego. It's Padres baseball brought to you by Petco, official partner of the San Diego Padres, by HES Solar, and by Knockaround Sunglasses. It's been a fun one for the Padres. Good pitching, some good offense. Big 2-run home run for Jake Cronenworth. Some Polaroids.
A lot of fun this afternoon.
3rd pitcher of the day for the Padres, Luis Garcia.
All right, 4-0 lead here in the 8th, and Luis enters his 22nd game. Last time out was against these Brewers a couple of days ago, so he's had a day's rest. Pitched an inning, give up a hit, and struck out 1 Brewer.
Andrew McCutchen to lead it off here in the last of the 8th. Walk in the 1st, grounded out in the 3rd before striking out looking in the 5th inning. Garcia taking over for Chris Matt, win an inning. He have 1 hit, no runs, didn't walk anybody, and struck out 1. So with the 1 strikeout by Nabil and 10 by McKenzie, it's 11 strikeouts for Padres pitching. And a ground ball down to third, and Machado to the backhand. Throw just in time to get McCutchen. It's amazing how quickly Manny gets that, and the transfer to the bare hand just seamless, and it's out number one.
He is so good. So good. We saw him earlier in this series taking away extra bases and a run, and there's that smooth transition that you were talking about, Donnie. And then accuracy is a big key as well. Flip it. Gets him by a quarter step. That's why he's the best in baseball.
One out in the eighth, and it brings up Tyrone Taylor. To center, falling fast and falling in for a base hit. Tyrone Taylor's got a one-out single here in the eighth. And now a quick word from Bill Howe.
Bill Howe Family of Companies is a proud member of the San Diego community, dedicated to offering homeowners professional service you can trust. Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE for 5-star service.
One out, one on, and Rowdy Tellez coming up here, the first baseman. In there for strike one to Rowdy Tellez. Tellez has struck out swinging, walked, and single. More action for the Brewers in their pen. Trevor Kelly, sidewinder we have seen in the series. This is game 3 of a 4-game series. Day baseball tomorrow from Milwaukee. And that will wrap up this road trip for the Padres. Slowly grounded foul. Two balls, two strikes to Tellez. He's been on twice in this game after striking out in the first, a walk in the 4th inning, and a single to right in the 6th. So he's got one of the 5 Brewers hits in this game. So far, no runs for the Brewers. On the ground and off the glove of Alcantara. Taylor to third, the throw cut off. And it's first and third with one out for the Brewers, who are making some noise here in the 8th.
Well, once again, a great effort by Alcantara at second base, laying out. I think he got some leather on this one, slowed it down a little bit. And as Azócar got to this ball, he came up firing. There it is. He one-hands it to the pull side. Watch this effort here. Off the glove a little bit. Now Taylor is off, and it was very, very wise that that ball was cut off. That was heading towards third base. Nobody was there. Manny was on the move, backpedaling. Keep that runner at first base. Got a double play in order.
First and third with one out. Keston Hiura takes strike one. There's 99 from Garcia. And if we've seen anything, it's that Hiura cannot catch up to a fastball right now. And he struck out 3 times today, and it's been a healthy diet of fastballs to get it done. Fouled off to the right, another 99, and it's 0-2. Taylor at third, Tellez at first, 1 out. And a wrinkle in that one for strike 3. And for the 4th time today, here is struck out. 2 down in the 8th inning. He was expecting fastball, didn't get it, and he's out number 2.
Frozen with the slider.
In fairness to Hiura, they've been throwing fastballs all day. Didn't see that coming. And he strikes out 4 times today. There's Lorenzo Cain.
Oh, got squeezed on that one.
It's like Brad Boxberger has joined Trevor Kelly, former Padre. Cain fouls it off, and again that gets some of the umpire. Will Little has been banged up in this game. Chop to short. Kim on the high hop. Will go to second on the force out to end the inning. We're done with 8 in Milwaukee. The Padres on top 4-0.
Plays of the game. Boy, if Jake Cronenworth ever needed a day, today is that day. After striking out his first at bat in the 3rd inning, an RBI double. Number 9 made it 1-0 San Diego. In the 5th inning, Jake Cronenworth connects. He goes to the Crone zone with home run number 4. Put the Padres on the board again with some more points, making it 4-0. Plays of the game brought to you by Bill Howe. Thanks to Jake Cronenworth having one heck of a day in the big leagues. Donnie?
Trevor Kelly into the game now for the Brewers as we move to the 9th inning.
Well, the Padres trying to at least get one more to get out of slam range as Trevor Kelly comes into the game, enters his 7th game, check that, 7th game for Trevor Kelly, only 5 2/3.
Luke Voit 0 for 3 today and taking a rip for strike 1.
We saw Kelly yesterday, an inning and a third, to give up a hit, and he struck out one Padre.
Big day for Jake.
Looks like somebody hid something on Jake. He's looking for it. He seemed confused right there.
Looking for some stuff.
Yeah.
Ten in a row retired by Brewers pitching heading into this inning. Did he go? No, he did not. We'll check with Jeremy Rehak, first base umpire. Well, for the 4th time today, Luke Voit has struck out. This time he goes looking. And that's out number 1 of the 9th inning. Well, this is not a safe situation, but you may remember Taylor Rogers' tough outing the other night, and Bob Melvin may want to get him some work just to get him back out there again.
Yep.
Safe situation or not.
Absolutely right, Donnie.
Jorge Alfaro 0 for 3 today. Oh, 2. In a row now retired by Brewers pitching. The Padres offense just kind of stopped in the 5th inning, and since then the Brewers have been mowing them down. The combination of Gott, really Ashby at the end of his outing, Gott, then Sanchez. Opposite field, but right at Taylor and right for out number 2 of the 9th.
Jorge had the right idea, hit it well.
Two outs and Ha-Seong Kim coming up. 0 for 3. To third, one step back. Peterson plants and throws in time. 1-2-3 9th inning sends us to the bottom of the 9th. Padres on top 4-0.
Memories of the Colonel, Jerry Coleman.
People thought that was like an honorary designation, like Colonel Sanders. And I would tell them, no, this is not Colonel Sanders. This is Lieutenant Colonel Gerald Coleman, retired U.S. Marine Corps.
That's tomorrow on Padres POV after Padres Live, the postgame show.
We look forward to that. Tony Gwynn Jr. as we play on to the bottom of the 9th inning here in Milwaukee. Padres have a 4-0 lead, and the closer in a non-save situation. It is Taylor Rogers.
Taylor did not record an out. Hit 2 batters for the 2nd time in his career. Blew his 3rd save of the season. That was Thursday right here at Milwaukee. He is back out there. You can just see it. He did not have his release point, especially hitting the 2 hitters. That is his 24th game. You also see the body language that night as well. It seemed out of sorts along with that release point. Well, time to get back up there, as Donnie mentioned. Not a save, but a chance for a nice quick 1-2-3 inning with a 4-0 lead.
Chase Peterson will lead it off, the Brewers' 3rd baseman. Got one of the 6 Brewers hits on the day, a single his last time up. So a stolen base today for him. First pitch up and in, ball 1. I am sure Rogers has wanted to do this since the game happened the other night. Wanted to get right back out there as soon as he could.
Yep.
1-0 is just a tick low, and it is now 2-0. There's a strike. 3-1. Went to the fastball to get it.
Well, part of being a closer is deleting it right off the hard drive, right? Forgetting about it. Send it right to the trash.
Easier said than done.
Yeah.
Strike two.
Nice and easy delivery out in front. Good movement at 94, right at the knees.
So he battles back after getting down 3-0. Full count now to Jace Peterson.
Try not to make the perfect pitch.
On the ground to short to the backhand. Kim, the throw gets there in time. One down. That first out so important, and he's got it. One down. Pablo Reyes 1-for-3. Single back in the third inning. Outfield straight away on Reyes. Base hit back in the third. Popped up. Backpedaling. Alcantara will make the catch for out number 2 of the 9th inning. This is the Taylor Rogers we have seen the bulk of the year. 2 down.
He's got that release point down.
So 2 outs in the 9th inning. Alex Jackson at the plate. Single back in the 5th inning. A 1-for-3 day today. Strike one. Foul back to the screen, and it's 0-2. Tomorrow, Sunshine will be on the mound. Maybe the roof will be open with Sunshine on the mound. Mike Clevenger takes the baseball for Game 4 of the series for the Padres. Missing away. Ball and 2 strikes now to Jackson. In the air, down the right field line is Zokar. Long run will get there. Makes the catch. It ends the ball game. Well, a 1-2-3 9th inning. So important for Taylor Rogers to get back on the hill and do it. And he did so in fine fashion. The Padres with back-to-back shutouts. First time since May 2016. And the first time they've done it here in Milwaukee since 2012. It's a 4-0 Padres win. It's time for Padres Live, the postgame show. By Pomeranz, what's in store?